All right, good morning, trade pros. Welcome to morning market update for this beautiful Monday, June the 1st of 2020. Uh, it's the first day of June. It's the first day of the middle month of the year. How fast does time fly? It's absolutely nuts. How does my palm look on YouTube? All right, good. It's all set up. First of all, for YouTube, I know the audio quality isn't the best and there's a lot of echo. We're gonna fix that. I'm gonna get it set up for tomorrow, so I'm actually running off a webcam. Right, I'm just doing it off my phone. That's why. All right, so we have quite a few things to talk about this morning. Let's start out with the Power 60. SpaceX returned Americans to space on the weekend. All right, first time that humans have traveled to orbit on a commercially developed aircraft. Lifted off at 3:22 p.m. on Sunday after a brief delay. All right, and arrived at the International Space Station on Sunday morning. So 3:22 p.m. on Saturday, arrived there Sunday morning. All right, it's the final major test before SpaceX could actually be certified to fly working missions to the space station. And now SpaceX, owned by Elon Musk, could go up there by themselves. Other items in the news, speaking of space travel and travel in the air in general, airline industry ETF JETS, JETS, sees hundreds of millions of dollars of inflow since this coronavirus pandemic over the past 3 months. Get this, in early March, before the pandemic happened, there was only $33 million in assets in the ETF. Post that, $950 million. All right, we're off to $1 billion, meaning a lot of people are staking on a rebound in the airline industry. And I'm with them. I don't think the timing's right quite yet, but it's getting to it very soon where the long JETS trade works out. Or you can just buy airline stocks individually. JETS just basically buys different airline carriers in the US, all right, and packages it as a unit that's called the airline industry. All right, remote working from home. This is the last part of the Power 60. Many workers will face extra taxes. This is a little blow to you guys and to anyone who's impacted by this. I don't know if you are personally, but it's a blow to all of us, frankly, especially if you're impacted by it. People who have been working from home in a different state during the coronavirus pandemic will have to pay extra tax for earning employment income in that state as well. All right, I find that completely ridiculous, but hey, I didn't write the tax code. People did to pay for the war, and it's still going. In today's markets, in Asia, Japan's up 0.8%, Hong Kong's up 3.4%. All right, China's up 2.2%, India is up 2.7%. All right, and so pretty strong gains across the board in Asia. There's a hope of a V-shaped recovery continuing. China's manufacturing numbers unexpectedly came out above 50 in the month of May. All right, that's market PMI. It was a 50.7 or 50.7 reading, which is expansionary. Anything above 50 is good, and below 50 is not good. All right, that drove some of the upside flow in Asian markets. Also, there's relief in Asia and in markets across the board that while Donald Trump did begin the process of ending special treatment for Hong Kong, which is not good, all right, but he fell short of withdrawing from the Phase 1 trade agreement or issuing any sanctions against China directly or any new tariffs. I think we were expecting more from Donald Trump, and it was a more scary reality that didn't come to manifest, and so therefore, it wasn't as bad as we thought. Technically ended up being good. I don't think it's over. I think U.S.-China the relationship is going to continue to sour. We could see some more updates on this front this week. Keep that on the forefront of your mind. All right. In a response, Chinese government officials told a lot of the state-run agricultural companies to stop purchasing or to pause purchasing agricultural products from the United States. All right, especially including soybeans. You guys remember, this is one of the big sticking points of the Phase 1 trade deal. Trump said, hey, China's going to buy a ton of soybeans and American-made goods and agricultural products. China's saying, let's put a halt on that for a moment in response to what Donald Trump has done with Hong Kong. So, even though the Phase 1 trade agreement hasn't really fallen apart yet, it could still, the key components of it sure are starting to become a little bit unglued or unstable, if you will. Keep an eye out on that, right? In midday, Europe is up. In midday, Europe markets, London's up 1%, Paris is up 1%, Germany's closed, so the Frankfurt market is not quoted. And in the US, Dow, S&P down 0.3, NASDAQ down 0.6%. All right, Crude oil was down almost 1 percentage point, down to 35.16. It has since rebounded, and the overnight low was 34.76. Overnight high was up to the 35.90. Quite a bit of drive higher from crude oil. And the reason there's a little bit of excitement, but also there might be a pause in crude oil prices, is this. Right, the OPEC meeting that was scheduled for next week might happen this Thursday. Right, that's big news because Russia now is not objecting to it. They're saying, hey, let's have the meeting a week early. Not a problem. There was also some speak last week that Russia wouldn't object to extending this production cut that they're currently having at the moment. All right, and if OPEC plus, which is OPEC with Russia, that's the plus, comes up with a 3-month extension to limit the supply, all right, there's a possibility crude oil hits $40 a barrel level and maybe even above. All right, you're gonna hear more news about this meeting. Will it happen on June 4th or not? All right, that's important. If they do have it, and if they agree to cut or limit production of oil for another 3 months, expect the upside to happen. But right now, we've built in a pretty optimistic scenario in crude oil already, trading mid to high 35s, considering where we were just 6 weeks ago, minus 40 a barrel. All right. North American supply of crude oil is also falling. Baker Hughes showed on Friday that U.S. and Canada rig counts dropped to a record low, all right, to May 29th, the week ending May 29th. So there's a drop in supply based on the fact that OPEC is trying to jawbone this drop in supply in North America as well as Canada and U.S. with rig counts. And there's a resumption of demand by people who are starting to go to work as the economy reopens. All right. One thing that's thrown a wrench into the gears of this recovery is these protests happening, and states having to extend curfews, etc. And so we're at trying times, that's for sure. Gold price is flat. Bitcoin down 0.4% this morning. And on the economic calendar today, you have at 9:45 a.m. you got PMI manufacturing index. So we're going to see some manufacturing numbers out of the U.S. And at 10 a.m., you have ISM manufacturing index as well, and construction spending. So 15 minutes after the open, manufacturing data, 10 a.m., some ISM manufacturing data, and then construction spending also. That's a pretty busy morning for a Monday. Then on Tuesday, tomorrow, we don't really have much news. Let's review the economic calendar for the week since it's Monday. Wednesday, we have ADP non-farm numbers. That's at 8:15 in the morning. These are a precursor to the more important Friday report of non-farm payrolls. Okay, we have a Bank of Canada rate statement as well at 10 a.m. on Wednesday. And then ISM non-manufacturing PMI in the U.S. on Wednesday at 10 a.m. also. So huge amounts of numbers coming out. Thursday, out of Europe, we have the refi rate, monetary policy statement, and press conference from the European Central Bank. All right, that's between 7:45 to 8:30 in the morning. And then Friday, we wrap up with the event of the week, and that's non-farm payrolls, right? The private jobs report for the month of May expected a minus 8 million. The prior was minus 20 million, okay? Unemployment rates climbed up to 19.5. That's the expectation. So it's going to be very interesting to see how the market enters into the Friday and also how it reacts on the Friday as well. Huge numbers at 8:30. We will trade these with our elite team starting at 8:15 on Friday, June 5th, the morning of. We're going to trade it together, take advantage of the report, and hopefully make our money for the day before the market even opens. All right, guys, really excited for that. That's the week ahead. Hope you guys enjoyed today's morning market update. Let's get started with our own trading room. Love you, YouTube. Be careful out there. Be safe. It's a Monday. Take it easy, but jump on the opportunity as it presents itself. You guys have a great rest of your day. Welcome to another week. It's a full week this week, no holidays, and a lot of excitement and opportunity. Take care, YouTube. Have a great day, and tomorrow I'll set up the webcam so I can run my audio through this headset instead of the actual audio on the phone. I assume it sounds echoey, right? It's probably not optimal to listen to more market updates, 2 feet out from my phone in an empty room. All right, YouTube. Adios. Peace out. Love you guys. Be good. See you tomorrow.